I, Meghan, take you, Harry.
I, Meghan, take you, Harry, to be my husband, to have and to hold, for richer for poorer, till death us do part. I make this vow.
When you get right down to it, Harry and Meghan are loafers, nothing more. Just a poacher and his prune peacock. I mean, we're barely into the new year, and the Meghans have already been brutally mocked, exposed for betraying Queen Elizabeth, rejected by Hollywood for their hypocrisy, and then publicly trashed for giving the monarchy the middle finger from Jamaica. To top it all off, she who must be obeyed was just unmasked as a control freak. Her ginger handbag cannot even phone home without permission.
Trust me.
God's sake.
It's for the best.
Hey, please.
See, the Meghans wanted it all, but that takes character. And character isn't defined by what you can do. It's built brick by what you won't do. What's going on, everybody? Before we move on, I have some special news. I've started to live stream every Sunday at 2 p.m. Central and 8 p.m. UK time. So I hope you can join us every weekend. You're going to meet some amazing guests. We're going to have great conversations, and you're going to have a lot of fun. But I'm right now putting together a very special Harry and Meghan live stream where we're going to cover the couple from soup to nuts. It should be happening in around a couple of weeks from now. So take a look every once in a while at our YouTube's community page to see the post, or go on my Twitter file and you can be able to see when we're going to hold it then. Now, Meghan and Harry aren't dumb. They just happen to be two people whose ego and greed are bigger than their brains. Hell, take a look at their recent choices. You had Meghan. She skipped a ceremony supposedly because her kids were sick. That means she left her husband, Harry, to twist in the wind all alone while he picked up an unearned award and then attacked the host of the show, John Travolta.
I am proud to be recognized amongst such a dynamic and inspiring group of individuals.
For me, flying has been a transcendent experience.
Thanks very much, Captain John. Don't go running away. I was 1 year old. I was 1 year old when you danced with my mum. As you told everybody here, and continue to dine out on that probably every single night. But look at us now.
Thank you again for this incredible honor. Have a great night.
Living legends, give me a break. We're talking about history here. And only serious names like Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin, who landed on the moon, will be remembered. Sully Sullenberger, who landed his plane with his passengers safely on the Hudson River, or even Captain Kirk's William Shatner. He left his mark on history recently by going into space, but not High Heel Harry. Hell, no way. Because without participation trophies, he'd be homeless.
Lord Alan West, former Chief of the Royal Navy, slammed this as a pathetic publicity stunt. This is just pathetic. This is just celebrities patting each other on their back.
It gets better. Not 10 hours later, a miracle happened. The children who were reportedly sick were miraculously healed, which meant that the Montecito merchandisers could jet set off Jamaica. See, to the Meghans, there's no greater healing power than that of a parade of paparazzi and a moment to shine their spite for the royal family. Let's set the stage. While the couple was cozying up to the Jamaican Prime Minister, you had King Charles was getting ready for his surgery, all while Princess Catherine was already in the hospital. Yet not once did the Meghans offer any message of public support or sympathy for the royal family members. They didn't jump on the first flight to London like they should. Instead, they sat back and smiled with a politician who held as much hate in his heart for the crown as Walmart Wallace's very own wedding cellist.
A musician who, having enjoyed the fruits of the empire, is now turning his nose up at the song Rule Britannia. Although I shouldn't be surprised because he was the Sussex's wedding cellist.
Harry and Meghan's staged publicity stunt didn't work. They flew 6 hours for a 2-hour Bob Marley movie premiere, and then when they arrived, they didn't make the cut for the VIP section. As a matter of fact, they were treated for who they were. Just a pair of delusional divas who were dropped into the cheap seats. In my opinion, the Caribbean tour served only to unmask the couple for who they are. Two people who believe in absolutely nothing. They come across like they have betrayed everything they claim to love, from kids to climate to the United Kingdom. And if you think that's bad, news got much worse for them. Harry sunk so low over the last week to make the front page headlines that a false prince took selfie pictures with a fake one. Fake Prince of Bel-Air. Humiliating moment. Harry poses with Z-list German fake prince, dubbed King of Trash TV, who starred and showed travel boobs. Meet the prince who appeared on German Big Brother and claimed to have created a wealth elixir. Well, the good news is Harry finally met a monarch that wanted to spend time with him.
Well, I'm Prince Mario Max Schaumburg-Lippe from Germany.
Who? Unfortunately, it just happened to be the king of German trash TV. But hey, beggars can't be choosers.
How great was Imelda Staunton in The Crown? Wasn't she amazing? Her portrayal of the Queen was so good, Prince Harry called her for and asked her for money. Like I said, I didn't write all these. That one's not mine. Turns out Prince Harry and Meghan Markle will still get paid millions of dollars for doing absolutely nothing.
Sir, your millions from Netflix for no one knows what.
Even Netflix CEO Ted Sarandos joined in on the laughter at the couple's expense. He kind of shined a light on his true feelings for the Meghans. I really wonder what his reaction was when he learned that the Look at Me leeches went to a movie premiere for his sole competitor that he hates, Paramount Pictures. And then on top of that, they took a picture with studio boss Brian Robbins. The reality is the grifters thought that they would threaten Netflix with that picture with Paramount's boss to get their contract renewed. But I don't think it's going to happen. That contract is dead, buried, and turned to dust. On top of that fact, their games of trying to play chase and manipulate people isn't going to help Meghan's return to acting. As a matter of fact, it has only branded her as a person who can't be trusted. Meghan Markle is rumored to be contemplating a return to acting. The buzz suggests that Markle might step back in the spotlight with a reboot of her popular TV series Suits. Once and for all, we're going to set the record straight and burst the bubble of Meghan's so-called acting career. First, she didn't have one. Secondly, she had bit parts, walk-on roles, a game show, and a couple of commercials, one of which the company thought her voice was so bad, they actually cut it from the televised ad.
13 ingredients? That's more people than I invited to the party. White corn, vegetable oil, and salt. Yeah. 3 ingredients is good.
When it comes to Suits, nothing escapes the internet. After some calculations, we now know that the D-list wannabe was on Suits for 108 episodes over 7 seasons for a grand total of 138 minutes of screen time. That's roughly around 1 minute and 27 seconds per episode. That's not a career. That's a cameo marathon.
What are you complaining about? You're not famous.
Basically, the delusional diva turned herself into the equivalent of a Where's Waldo in the series. Now, when you put that together with her personality, you guessed it, no one wants to work with her. The only reason Meghan is famous today is because it never was hooked a has-been prince. Harry is not allowed to speak to Princess Catherine without Meghan's blessings. It's an open secret that Meghan Markle controls Harry completely. No real big surprise here. The simple fact is she who must be obeyed not only has a tight grip on her ginger handbag, but it's recently been reported that he's taken up yoga in order to turn his head into a more flexible handle for his other half to comfortably hold. But it gets much worse. The menace and the mouth have much bigger problems today that they face. Eden Confidential, new blow to Harry and Meghan as TV boss quits the production company set up by the Sussexes. One by one, the rats are fleeing a sinking ship. Take, for example, Bennett Levine. That's the guy who's actually responsible for managing the day-to-day business side of the television and film productions for Archwell. Well, he flew the coop.
Alarmingly, Levine's surprise exit makes him the 17th staffer to leave since the Sussexes married in 2018.
We have so many exciting things on the slate. I can't wait.
Oh, so exciting, they feel. But now, just 2 months on, rumors are swirling that Netflix may allow its £80 million deal with Archwell to expire in 2025 without renewal.
After almost 6 years of marriage, Walmart Wallace and her doormat still haven't been able to keep staff on the payroll. It's simple. They don't inspire people to be loyal. They breed contempt. But it's more important than ever before. They need all the help they can get because the Meghans' own ambitions have turned them into pawns, doing the dirty work for global powers behind the scenes. Harry and Meghan are incapable of reading the room at a geostrategic level. devoid of much-needed Whitehall guidance. They are foolishly playing into the propaganda hands of Russia's Vladimir Putin and China's Xi Jinping. Moscow and Beijing are out to destroy the Commonwealth headed by King Charles, and the Duke and Duchess of Sussex continue to help them at every turn. You know, being addicted to fame is one thing. Trashing your family in order to transform hate into hard cash is another. It's disgusting, but it's another. But when you turn on your countrymen, loyal and loving citizens of the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth nations, well, Mr. and Mrs. Has-Been Never Was hit a new low with their attention mania.
Due to the lack of awareness, the Hill security experts are calling for Harry and Meghan to be formally stripped of their royal titles.
The reality is the Meghan's worldwide privacy tour has taken a nasty turn. Now, everyday people are paying the consequences for the actions of a problem prince and his pride. But the good news is that there is always someone fighting a good fight, and that just happens to be Princess Catherine. Now that she's out of the hospital, I'm sure once she gets healthy and whole, she'll return to the fight and do what she's always done by shining light into the darkness. If you enjoyed that video and you found value in it, hit the subscribe button and share your thoughts in the comments down below. What do you think the Meghans are going to do next? How do you think the public is going to react to these new revelations? And share the video with everyone you know. And to win every battle and stay true to yourself, all you have to remember is, we never bow down, we never bend the knee. Always forward.